Happy Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And oh my gosh, I just hope you're having an amazing day. Just getting ready for all things. I'm gearing up for lots of things in April. Administrative Assistance Day, Easter, all the things, you guys. There are so many things. And then, of course, really ramping up and being ready with a plan for Mother's Day sales. So just want to throw that out there for you guys to get ready. I hope you saw that I had posted. There are some products that are phasing out. Okay, so right now we have 3 products phasing out. There's so many reasons why things phase out. Long time ago, we had a cream foundation. I personally loved it. I used it for beauty pageants. My kids used it for stage. I used it for stage, and we got rid of it. And when we came out with a cream to powder, honestly, they were very different. The cream foundation was for drier skin, for people in the elements. It was definitely a thicker foundation. The cream to powder is for more oily skin. It works really well to go on creamy but turn into a powder. Did not have the same thickness, did not have the same coverage as the cream. Was I bummed? I was, but that was like a little niche part of my business. Very small clientele for that, very small numbers for that. Right now, I honestly don't have a whole lot of people that use the cream to powder. I literally have 2 customers. I am going to definitely make sure that they have what they need, let them know that I can stock up and have some for them in the future. But then that's that. Okay, so we have to pivot. We have to turn around. I have a customer right now that is like, doesn't like the silky setting powder. She liked the mineral powder. She's either going to be willing to play with me on it, or, maybe use the primer with it, or else she's going to go to another company. Like, again, she doesn't order the skincare from me. She doesn't order eyeshadows from me. She doesn't order lipsticks from me. She orders lip gloss and a mineral powder, once a year. So I am not going to get super panicked about losing like that one little bit of sale if that's all it is. Just want to focus on that with you guys. So if you have somebody, if you sell cream to powders, like maybe it's not even an issue for you, right? The 3-in-1 cleansing bar. I don't use it on my body because I use our 2-in-1 shave. I like something that's a little more like shower gel. Some people love a facial bar. People with more oily skin love the facial bar. I have a customer that actually uses it as a body bar. One customer. I use it to clean my brushes. There are other solutions. So just know that if you've got a huge clientele that uses it, then, you're going to have to come up with a plan. As far as the men's line goes, there is going to be a new men's line coming out. Yay! There's going to be a new men's line coming out. But the moisturizer is not going to have the sunscreen in it the way this one does. So I do have one customer that orders this for her husband. So I'm going to let her know this is where we're at. So she can stock up. This is not one that we can stock up for 3 years on because it has sunscreen in it. So I just want you guys to know that there's a lot of things in some of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and people are really panicked and they're acting like that we've never done this before. We have retired so many products since I've been in Mary Kay. Some of them were replaced with something better. Some of them were not replaced. So I just think that we have to remind ourselves that there's 2 things. One, in the beauty industry, colors, products, things are constantly changing. You guys, like, we have to be relevant. We have to get better. So that's important. That's so important. Like, if we were just staying stuck with the same old, that's not really great for our company. It's not really great for us as beauty consultants. We want to be very on trend and we want to have the latest and the greatest. So just know, I do trust the company when it comes to stuff like that. And they don't just get rid of something like for no reason. So let's just leave it there. The other thing is, besides being relevant, besides knowing that the products are just natural in the beauty industry to change and all of that. There was another reason. I've totally lost my thought process. So if I remember, I'll come back to it. But the main reason, that we do change things is for the second reason is because it's not selling. So like if we don't have a lot of sales in an item and they're looking at, we have a lot of products. Mary Kay offers a lot of products. So if we're going to have a catalog full of products and 2 things are not selling, 3 things are not selling at a level that we need them to sell, then it makes sense that the company is going to retire them, right? Okay, so that was it. Those are the 2 reasons. We need to change to stay relevant and to stay on trend and to be cutting edge. And if we're not selling them, it's going to go. Okay, the end. All right, so let's do a little recognition, you guys. Today is Happy St. Patrick's Day. So I've got green going on, and this is my green. This is, I do like lime green. I do like olive green. This is a teal green. I'm not really a Kelly green girl. That doesn't really work with my colors. But do you know your colors? We're going to start actually doing some training on colors moving forward, because being able to know what your best colors are and what makeup Mary Kay has that goes with that is going to allow you to help your customers better. And we're going to be doing some events that you can invite people to. So let's get really super excited about that. But right off the bat, let's congratulate Faye Thomas. Woo-hoo! She finished her Sapphire Star. We are doing a virtual tour to Switzerland. How fun. I was in Switzerland for a moment. I landed there, stayed the night in the airport, and jetted out. It was how I escaped from Rome, if you know that story, when I was stranded in Italy. I did spend the evening in Switzerland. I was able to step on a wonderful Swiss Air flight. They handed me some Swiss chocolate. It was so great after being stranded in the airport in Rome for many days. And I did get to see the beautiful mountains as we were landing at the airport. But I'm excited to take this tour this weekend. And I don't know, Faye, are you saving up your points? Did you pick out something from the prizes? Let us know what you're doing with your star points. Yay! All right, then we have Lisa Taylor. So I finished as a Diamond Star this quarter, and just real excited about that. I can't wait for the virtual tour of Switzerland. And maybe one of these days I'll get to go back and actually spend some time in Switzerland. I've heard it's absolutely beautiful, and there you have it. All right, so we had 2 girls that turned in their weekly accomplishment sheets this week. And so I want to do a shout out to Jody Ponkia with $128 in sales, and our queen of sales with $370 in retail sales. Shout out to Olivia Fredericks for having an amazing week. And as we know, if you are selling $300 a week consistently, that will put you on target to be a star consultant. So if Olivia keeps it up with her $300 minimum in sales, she will be on target to be a Sapphire Star in our next quarter, our final quarter of the year, which will be ending in June. So on June 15th, we will finish out our 4th quarter star. And let's cheer Olivia on, because I know she can do it. All right. And our queen of sharing was me. And my new consultant, our new team member, is Liz. And Liz DeGirugi, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm trying to get a picture of her. She was so funny. She's like, I don't like taking pictures. I don't have pictures on my phone. So I'm working on getting a picture of Liz so that I can actually put that in our Facebook group and we can welcome her. But she did come in at a qualified order. So we're super excited about that as we are rolling into finishing our car, you guys. We have 2 more weeks left for car qualifications to stay a car unit, you guys. So If you don't know what that means, please reach out to me because it is super important. Every order counts. I would love for you guys to get on the phone and get customer orders because I know that will help your sales, and it will also help us roll into car qualifications. And then the last thing I just wanted to show you, I did do a tutorial, and I did it live on my Facebook page today, you guys. I put my moisturizer on, and then I did my Lucky Lady look, which is part of our specials for March. This is one of the half off specials. I actually had somebody order this with a half off special. I was very excited. It was somebody that really, really sticks with like 3 things. She usually gets like the cleanser, the moisturizer, and she gets a fragrance-free satin hands. And she typically is like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. She's one of like the 2 people that tells me no, thank you when she qualifies for a half off special. But she did venture out of the Miracle Set because our Miracle Set changed, and she wanted a sunscreen inside the cream. So she now uses our Repair line, which is fantastic. And she said yes to some color. So I was pretty excited about that. She is a redhead. This is going to be some great eyeshadows for her. And just super excited to see her use these new colors. So that is something, if you are on Facebook and you're my friend, I think I posted it in my, I don't know if I posted, I think I just posted it on my personal page. I am also going to post it in my VIP group just so they can see it. I might even re-record it because my daughter's dog was barking through the whole thing. Love the guy, love little Thumper. All right, so that is our Lucky Lady. So I do hope that you guys are reaching out in your community and looking for opportunities to be at a farmer's market or to be at a vendor table or to get, there's going to be a lot of spring pop-ups popping up. So are you present? Are you going to be somewhere? Do you have any local restaurants? Are there anywhere that you can be? Or are you doing anything in your Facebook group? So if you're posting, you guys, if you're posting about other people's products, if you're posting about movies, if you're posting about books, if you're posting about everything but your Mary Kay, please do me a favor and let me see you post something about Mary Kay with a product. Like just here's an example. Oh, I just removed it. So the eye look. Do you have these 3 colors? 4 colors. Do you have them? Do your eye makeup with these 3 colors and take a picture, take a selfie and post that. If you don't want to go live, post a picture of you using these looks, right? Do something like that, you guys. Post something. And if you go live, just so you know, a live is, people are going to see that before they see a picture. But get good at posting things every now and then about your Mary Kay. Okay. All right. So months ago, I talked to you about the book Vision Map, and I know Faye got it. Faye, I think you said you got the book, and I think you said you got the Audible with it. I had bought the book. I purchased the book, and I had it on an airplane, and I was going to meet. I paid to go to an event with the author Joel Mom, and we did a training with him. And on the way there, I took the book out to read some, and I put it in the back of the airplane seat. And when I got there to the hotel, I had left it in the airplane, and nobody ever turned it in. So somebody got the gift of this book, and I had to buy a new one so that I could do this for you guys. And we had talked about maybe doing a Zoom, maybe doing something separate with this. And then I got sick and my husband got sick, and all of a sudden here we are in March. So I'll tell you what, you guys, we're going to do training every week on other things, but I had already read you the forward and the introduction to this, but I'm going to go ahead, and if you don't have the book, that's fine. I'm going to just do a little bit of reading. These are very short chapters. They're like basically 2 pages. So I'm going to just go over chapter 1 with you guys right now. And that's just what we're going to do for this book. It's a very small book. And we're just going to go through it every week, a chapter at a time. And hopefully you will be blessed by this book. So, chapter 1, So You've Got an Idea. It all started for me on a mountain in Russia, in a blizzard at 16,000 feet. I could have written it off to oxygen deprivation, but something within me said it was more. God placed something big on my heart that day. The blizzard pummeling our side of Mount Elbrus made our attempt to summit the highest peak in Europe an exercise in futility. We gave up for the day. Secretly, I was relieved. I realized early that morning when we pulled out the ice axes and roped our team together that I was in way over my head. This was above my climbing level. I had no experience ice climbing and only basic knowledge of how to use the axe in my hand. I was still loving it, but the situation made me remember that there was some real danger involved. On the way back down, we discovered that the blizzard was causing a whiteout that was covering all the trail markers. We stopped to reorient. Wait here. I find trail, my Ukrainian guide Oksana said in her flat Russian accent. I nodded and knelt down in the deep snow. Ahead, there was a break in the storm. Through the clouds, I could see the Shegit Valley far below us. That was an encouraging sign. I looked at my watch. It was noon. I thought of my family, soundly asleep back in Texas. They had no idea how dangerous the conditions had become. In that instant, something hit me. It was one of those moments of transcendence. I felt alive and alert. I realized just how much I loved this kind of thing. I loved the thrill of climbing mountains. It was a spiritual experience for me, a way of deepening my sense of dependence on God and feeling connected to the sheer power of the vast world He created. Travel experiences like this shaped my worldview. They gave me a wider perspective on life and a greater appreciation of God's amazing world, the people, the geography, the diversity. I thought of my friends back in the U.S. They thought I was crazy when I announced that I was planning to go climb a mountain in Russia. Why would you do that? It's expensive, isn't it? I tried hard to explain it, but they had no experience with mountain climbing, no frame of reference. I wish there was a way to show them how much they were missing. I thought of a favorite quote of mine from St. Augustine. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. In that moment of transcendence, I realized something. I finally knew what I wanted to do with my life. I was on track to go to law school. That's what everyone said I'd be good at. I believed them, but I was not ever really thrilled at the prospect. In the midst of a blizzard, hiding our way down the mountain towards the safety of base camp, God placed a dream into my heart. He gave me a vision to start bringing people with me on these kinds of trips. I wanted to start helping others create spiritual adventures. Your problem to solve. I'm convinced that God has given each of us a message to share with the world to bring Him glory. I'm also convinced that along with that message, we all have a problem that God has uniquely equipped us to solve. Let me establish something at the outset. God can solve any problem He wants to solve with the flit of an eyelash. He doesn't need us. For whatever reason, He chooses to let us participate in the ultimate goal of bringing Himself glory. It's definitely not the most efficient method. I'm slow. I fumble the ball a lot. Inexplicably, God still chooses to use people like me. You are no exception. He wants to use you. You may not have received a vision on a mountain in a blizzard. Your vision may have started by seeing a simple need. God works differently in each person. The circumstance surrounding how you got your God idea isn't the important thing. Doing it is. Whether your goal is to write a book, go to college, pay off a huge debt, or start a business, never discount the dream that God placed on your heart, however it may have come to you. This book is about taking practical steps towards sharing your unique message and solving the problem God has equipped you to solve. This book is for those people, those who are certain God has given them a vision or a dream. If you've got it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a burning desire to do something for God. It doesn't have to be clear, but there is something within you that yearns to solve some problem or share a unique message you think that the world needs to hear. How do you know if you're at that place? Well, when you have a dream or a vision that God has placed in your heart, you're obsessed with it. It's what you talk about ad nauseum with all your friends at the dinner table. You think about it all the time. Working on it feels like a moral imperative. Conversely, not doing it would almost feel sinful. If you're at that place, then I think you will find this book helpful. If you aren't there yet, I hope this book will inspire you. Read through it prayerfully, then keep praying, explore, read lots of books, and start serving. God wants to show you his unique calling for your life. If you had a dream that now seems impossible, or you wonder if your moment has passed, I want to encourage you. If you're still alive, then your dream is still alive, no matter how dead or impossible it may seem. I pray this book will revive the vision in your heart. I've started quite a few things in my life, and it hasn't always been easy. At times it can be downright hard, and it often takes years. In this book, I want to share the process I stumbled upon for taking a God idea that seems so overwhelming that you don't know where to start and breaking it down into smaller steps. I'll tell you a little of my story along the way. One warning: if you don't have a God idea, this book might still help you, but you'll probably think some parts of it seem a little too hands-off. You see, this book is for folks who have a dream and a vision in their heart that's so big it will be impossible to accomplish without God's direct intervention and miraculous provision. That's how I define a God idea. One of my main focuses is making sure God is always in the center of the mix. If yours isn't that kind of dream, then maybe you don't need this book. So if you've got a dream, a really big, crazy vision that is impossible to accomplish without God, I think you might find this book helpful. Enough setup. God has a plan for us, and we need to get moving. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk into them. Ephesians 2:10. All right, guys, let's get clear on where God is taking us. If you are here with us reading this book and you are here in our Mary Kay family, then God's got a vision and a dream for you, and we're going to rediscover it. We're going to re-energize it, and we are going to get into action. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing week, and let's get into God's dream and vision for us. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.